Hi everyone, welcome to the 36th module of GKToday's Banking Awareness course. Today's topic is Lead Bank Scheme. I'm Ritrisha from GKToday and let us begin. What is the basic aim of the Lead Bank Scheme? Correct answer is individual banks should adopt particular districts for intensive development. So there were a few objectives of the Lead Bank Scheme. The basic aim was there should be stiff competition among the various nationalized banks and big banks should try to open offices in each district. Outside of that, the main objectives were eradication of unemployment and underemployment, appreciable rise in the standard of living for the poorest of the poor, and provision of some of the basic needs of the people who belong to poor sections of the society. Who among the following finalized Lead Bank Scheme? Correct answer is RBI. So the RBI actually finalized this, and under the Lead Bank Scheme, it was set up in 1969, and the idea is a bank, whether private or public, leads the consortium of all banks in that area. In which of the following years Lead Bank Scheme was finalized? We just spoke about this. Correct answer is 1969. So it was suggested by the Gadgil study group. So this was under the chairmanship of Professor D.R. Gadgil. The Lead Bank Scheme was finalized to adopt which of the following for intensive development? Correct answer is village. Lead Bank Scheme was finalized to adopt preparedness at village level of an objective to help the farming community, because the idea was to reach the poorest of the poor, and the basic idea was to have an area approach for targeted and focused banking. Which of the statements given above or below is or are correct? 1. It is applicable in both urban and rural areas. 2. Eradication of unemployment is one of its objectives. Correct answer is both 1 and 2. So, eradicating unemployment and underemployment was one of the leading objectives of this scheme, and also it could be applicable in both urban and rural areas. It depended on the need of the people in that area and not particularly the kind of area it was. When did the Lead Bank Scheme reduce the developmental gap between different regions of the country launched in India? Correct answer is towards the close of the planned holiday in Indian economy. So the idea of the scheme was, of course, to reduce the developmental gap between different regions of the country, and this was launched in India towards the close of the planned holiday in Indian economy. The Lead Bank Scheme was initiated by which of the following? We've already discussed this as well. Correct answer is Gadgil Study Group. The National Credit Council was set up in December 1967 to determine the priorities of bank credit among various sectors of the economy, and this appointed a study group on the organizational framework for the implementation of social objectives in October of 1968 under the chairmanship of Professor D.R. Gadgil. The study group found that the commercial banks had just penetrated only 5,000 villages as of June of 1967, and out of the institutional credit to agriculture at 39%, the share was a negligible 1%, the balance being met by cooperatives. The banking needs of the rural areas in general and backward in particular were not taken care of by the commercial banks, and besides, the credit needs of agriculture, etc. Remained neglected, which is why Lead Bank Scheme was initiated. Which of the following were the objectives of Lead Bank Scheme? We have already discussed objectives. So correct answer here would be all of the above because the three leading objectives are what's given here. The first being eradication of unemployment and underemployment, then raising standard of living for the poorest of the poor, and providing some of the basic needs of the people who belong to the poor sections of society. Lead bank scheme was introduced to provide leadership roles to which of the following banks? Correct answer is both public and private banks. So option C is correct. Under the scheme, each district had been assigned to different banks, whether public and private, to act as a consortium leader to coordinate the efforts of the banks in the district, particularly in the matters like branch expansion and credit planning. The lead bank was to act as a consortium leader for coordinating the efforts of all credit institutions in each of the allotted districts for expansion of branch banking facilities and for meeting the credit needs of the rural economy. That's all for this video. If you like this, don't forget to like and share this video and keep subscribing to GK Today for more such content. Tomorrow being Sunday, there won't be any banking awareness videos up. Again, from Monday, there will be 2 videos every evening. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.